says. Hi, everybody. This is Michelle Hill, your legacy builder at Winning Proof. And I have a special guest today, Diane McGraw. And before I introduce Diane, I am going to read her bio so I capture everything that about Diane. Diane McGraw is president of McGraw Productions, a marketing, production, and management company that specializes in branded entertainment, event production, sports marketing, and communication programs. Diane was the executive director of travel, tourism, and film for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, marketing the state both domestically and internationally as a major tourist destination and as a premier film, TV, and commercial production location. In 1988, she became one of the country's first female executives representing the sports and entertainment commission industry, and for the past 30 years represented 4 major U.S. cities as president CEO of the Los Angeles Sports and Entertainment Commission, Central Florida Orlando Sports Commission, Louisville Sports Commission, and executive director of the Philadelphia Sports Congress. She was the first female inducted into the National Association of Sports Commissions Hall of Fame class of 2017. Throughout her career, Diane has hosted, bid for, and or produced hundreds of major international and national sports and entertainment events, including the LA Grammy Awards, MTV Awards, Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, 1994 World Cup Soccer, PGA Championships, Ryder Cup, AVP Volleyball, Ford Ironman, Major League Baseball All-Star Game, NHL All-Star Game, Army-Navy Game, World Champion 1980 Philadelphia Phillies 20th reunion, I Love New York Pro Celebrity Tennis, and several U.S. Olympic and NCAA championship events. Diana began her professional career in New York as executive assistant to the president of the Screen Actors Guild and the Astoria Motion Picture Studios. Diane is the creator and producer of the Dare to Dream experience and author of Behind the Scenes, Explore and Navigate a Career in Sports and Entertainment. That is quite a list, Diane. Welcome. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you, Michelle. Good to be here with you. After reading that, I think I want to take a nap.
Yeah, that is quite a resume of experience and everything. So I want to start by heading toward the end of your bio when you said you started your career as assistant to the president of the Screen Actors Guild and you married Tug McGraw. So my question is, were both of those paths paved with sheer luck or pure intention?
Well, thank you. So I have to say, a lot of it was luck, but a lot of it was hard work as well. So I, as a young person, went to New York in my early 20s. I thought my career path was going to be in the entertainment industry, more on the acting side in front of the camera. And I figured I'd better learn about the inside of the entertainment industry. So I landed the job working for the president of the Screen Actors Guild. And it kind of opened my eyes to the business of entertainment. I fell into sports after visiting a tennis club in New York on the east side of East River. And the tennis pros asked if I could bring celebrities to the club. And we'd do a celebrity tennis tournament. Well, I knew nothing about tennis. I knew nothing about producing events, any of that. But it sounded like a great idea. So I said, sure, let's give it a go. That was the year the I Love New York logo came out and the song, and I somehow I ended up getting the rights to the logo. So I created the I Love New York Pro Celebrity Tennis Tournament, produced my first event ever, and went off to then get into sports and production. So that was kind of, I fell into it. It was a little bit of luck being at the right place at the right time, meeting all the right people. But it took a lot of hard work and determination carry it through and to, create my future career. Then I lived in Holland and Germany. I ran tennis over there, came back to the United States in '86 and became involved with World Cup soccer. And the city of Philadelphia hired me to run their sports congress and help them bring events to the city. And that's how I met Tug, through the Philadelphia connection.
Okay. Wow. That is a lot. And is it a combination of, people always say it's not what you know, it's who you know. Is it who you know really, or is it what you know combined with who you know?
It's a little bit of both, because you can meet you can have all kinds of doors open for you, but if you don't know how to follow through and make things happen, those introductions aren't going to mean anything. So I was fortunate to be a fast learner. I kind of got my education on the street, I like to say, in the boardrooms, working for companies and learning about the business side of things. So it carried me into my future career, which then went on to running Louisville, Orlando, Los Angeles sports commissions, and helping those cities to market themselves to bring those events there. And in many cases, I was responsible for bringing them to the city. In some cases, I produced the events. So it was a mixture of hosting, producing, and bidding for the events.
Wow. So fast forward to when you created McGraw Productions. So now you've had your company for a while. What happens on a daily basis at McGraw Productions?
Wow, you should see my to-do list. Okay, so we have a variety of clients where we consult with them on marketing, production, live stage events, all types of things. But the last year or so, I focused a lot of my energy on my Dare to Dream program, which is where I created to introduce students to all the jobs behind the scenes in the sports and entertainment industry. I had a lot of people help me along the way as I was coming up through the ranks. So now I'd like to kind of pay it forward and open the doors to many of these students. So we created the program back in 2004, and we've had already 3,000 kids go through a Dare to Dream experience program, which is typically held on college campuses, but this year we're doing a virtual event.
Okay, yeah, that is so awesome. And I think our experiences and the knowledge that we gain along the way is wasted unless we pay it forward. It's not just all for us. It's what are we going to do with everything that we've learned? So you have done a really good job with paying it forward and creating these experiences. So share a little bit about how you've grown and developed as a woman and business person throughout your career.
Mm-hmm. Well, entering at the time, a pretty much male-dominated sports industry was very difficult, to kind of navigate through. But I always just relied on my ideas and my determination, and I never tried to let, intimidation set in. So many times I, was thrown into meetings and, all male meetings, and felt like the only female there. And should I speak up? Should I say something? But you really have to just put it out there, because if you don't, things won't happen. So I try to encourage a lot of the young female students that we mentor to don't be afraid to speak up and don't feel intimidated. Just, have some thought about what you want to do and what you want to put out there, but don't be afraid.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
Thank you. Yeah, that's really sage advice. And before we get into your book and the Dare to Dream experience, what do you view as your greatest challenge, and how have you worked to overcome it?
Maybe my biggest challenge was that when I graduated high school, I didn't go to college, so I didn't have the typical, marketing and training that one would get through a college career, and kind of always felt a little, a little insecure about that, because I didn't go to college, but at the same time, I gained more knowledge and experience hands-on, just going right to work. So in one way, I don't regret it. In other ways, I felt like, well, maybe I missed out on some training that I could have had. But I find it ironic now that I'm now mentoring students, especially college students.
Yeah, and that is ironic because I didn't go to college, but I tell people I have a PhD in life experience.
Exactly, yeah.
And that's what it comes down to.
Mhm, mhm.
So this is really exciting. You have a newly released book, Behind the Scenes, Explore a Career in Sports and Entertainment. And you also published the resource guide. So what prompted you to write the book and the guide?
So I actually been writing this book for 10 years. It was more of my personal memoir of my journey through sports, through entertainment, my personal life and so forth. And I, talked to various publishers and people, and they said, well, you really have a couple books here, Diane. You have one is more of a career book and one is more of a personal memoir. So last year I decided to gear the book towards the business book to mentor the students. And so I scaled the book down. I went out and recruited over 50 contributors to the book. So I have people from all walks of sports and television and music and entertainment that are part of the book as well. So it's my story, how I got from here to there. And then it's the contributors from Katrina Adams, the first African-American president of the US Tennis Association. We have Dean Lyon, the virtual arts supervisor for Lord of the Rings. We even have Beyonce and Jay-Z's attorney for entertainment law. Hulu. So we have a lot of different sports folks, entertainment, music, television, film, and it should be I'm hoping it will be a nice, good, interesting entree for students to hear from all these industry professionals on what are the jobs and how did they get there and what motivated them and what advice they have for the students.
Yeah, it was in reviewing it, it was just, and just working through it, it's such an exhaustive, comprehensive book, that somebody, a starry-eyed college student that thinks, oh, I want to get into this industry, how do I do it? That book really lays it out so well. And then the resource guide is the nuts and bolts of it. It was really excellently put together.
Oh, well, thank you, Michelle. That means a lot coming from you as a book consultant and speaker. The career guide, we put that together, which lists all the job descriptions in those industries. It lists all the schools that offer the programs, all the colleges, universities, and career advice from recruiters and people who are on the side of the career coaching side of things. So we wanted particularly the high school students to know what schools they can go to for the programs, what are the jobs, and then for the college students, how do we get them ready for taking the next step into a job interview and connecting with the industry people. So it's the book and then the career side as an addendum to that.
Yeah, it is an invaluable resource for those wanting to go into the industry. It's all they need.
Well, thank you. Yeah, and it's a great contributors. I'm so proud of all the contributors. I even have the director from Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
Don Roy King won 15 Emmys for SNL, just retired there last month. Don talking about, behind the scenes at SNL. And he's actually going to do a program in the virtual event, like what goes on in the makings of a TV show, especially Saturday Night Live that everybody loves. I think many people will be interested in that segment. Yeah.
Very, very much so. And you get such a broad worldview, from all the different contributors. So that is excellent. So let's dive into the Dare to Dream experience. What is it? Tell viewers what it is, and then what the 4 goals are that you aim to accomplish through the Dare to Dream experience.
Sure. Well, it's a career mentoring and educational and motivational program, like I said, for students, young professionals, recent grads. One of our main goals of Dare to Dream is to cultivate the future workforce in the sports and entertainment industry and help to develop that. One of our partners is the Sports Video Group, which represents all the broadcasters, video production crews that go out and televise a Super Bowl or a Olympic events. And their discussion just a month ago in their conference was they're looking for the future workforce, because a lot of the production people are aging out, and they're looking now for the students. They want to train them because they need more crews. So people don't know about that. I just spoke to someone who does robotic production, so that's a whole other area, and technology. So we're going to have that in there as well. We want to also help to motivate underserved youth who don't get a chance to pursue their dream, show them a roadmap, that stay in school. It's important that you have a vision of wanting to advance yourself, and companies and sponsors who will help pay for them to come and attend the program. We're going to be promoting a lot of the platform on diversity and inclusion, and how to create more jobs for women in the sports and entertainment industry. And then, so it's just, again, we're creating the future workforce and cultivating that.
That's really exciting. So when is it? Is it an ongoing program? Is it coming up? To kind of explain so people get an idea of how they can get involved.
Yeah, so it's a virtual event for 3 days, April 8th to the 10th. April 8th and 9th, the first 2 days will be all about sports, all about entertainment, different panel discussions. We have pavilions that kids can go in and navigate through an entertainment pavilion. And that's where they'll see the Saturday Night Live content, or they'll go into the sports pavilion and learn about, sports tourism and how cities actually go after events and bring them to their cities. We even have a food court where we're going after national brands to have the kids go and visit and download a coupon to Chipotle and order Uber Eats while they're on the platform. And then we have a career coaches corner too, where we'll have coaching and recruiters in there so they can hear from them as well. So that's the virtual event, April. We're hoping the next event we do is a hybrid event where we'll actually be on a college campus, and we'll stream it out nationally for the students. This is the first time we're doing it nationally. It's been a program in Philadelphia and in Kentucky for when it was first launched.
Incredible. And how can people find out more? How can they get involved? And what do you need for the Dare to Dream experience?
Yeah. So registration for the program is it's $67 for the students for 3 days, and the career guide and all the things that the bells and whistles they get with it. They can go on our website, the daretodreamexperience.com, and there'll be a sign up registration page there. So the daretodreamexperience.com.
That is so wonderful. And do you want to do these just ongoing annually?
Well, our goal is to hopefully do that, but we're also looking at possibly doing it for other industries too. So not just sports and entertainment, but I was approached a few weeks ago about doing something in the hospitality and tourism industry. So we could do it. We could do it for the fashion industry, healthcare, but we're, right now we're just going to launch the sports and entertainment. That's my background. That's where I have most of my relationships, but it could grow into a bigger workforce development program, which we're trying to get sponsors now and get grants. We're looking for. It was funded originally through the U.S. Department of Education back in when we first started it, and some national brands. So we're going back out the door now to try to get the funding to produce the program and market it.
Okay, so maybe somebody who is watching this and they say, oh, I want to be involved. I can't be there. I can't spend the 3 days, but they want to contribute to that. They can do that through the website as well.
Package we could send them, but they can also underwrite the cost of students to attend. So some of those underserved youth, they want to sponsor kids to come to the program. That's an opportunity. And just other marketing and visibility on the platform as well. And there I would say, just email me at Diane@McGrawProductions.com, and I can forward them more information on sponsorship opportunities.
That is just Awesome. I'm really glad you're doing this. I think it's going to help so many youth, male and female, come into the industry well equipped, well educated, and
Mhm.
just with the knowledge to be able to succeed.
Right. And just so you know, some of the content we're going to be is in sports, and we're doing esports, we're doing sports journalism, gaming, sponsorship, broadcast media, marketing, entertainment, live stage productions, TV, film production. So it's a wide variety of topics we're going to cover through these industry experts.
Okay,
Mhm.
I love what you're doing. Love it. So
Thank you.
anything else that I missed? Anything else you want to share about the event itself?
No, I think that's it. We're putting the programming together. We're good on that. And we're just hoping that, we get as many kids on the platform as possible, and we help as many of them launch into their new future dream careers. So I thank you for the opportunity to talk about it and promote the event and the book, and hope that your viewers will, contact us and, have young people participate.
Yeah, absolutely. And is that email you gave the same if somebody wants to find out more about what you do at McGraw Productions,
Yes,
or
yes.
anything else, they can email you at,
Yeah.
say that email again.
And my website is McGrawProductions.com. It's the Dare to Dream Experience.com for the particular event. And then my email is Diane at McGraw Productions. So kind of easy to find and follow.
That's awesome. Okay. So they can find you. I know we met via LinkedIn. They can find you via LinkedIn. And what other social media channels are you on?
We have Facebook page. We have the LinkedIn. I think we have Instagram too. I have actually two young people who are helping me to do the social media outreach. So they control my social media pages. I'm not allowed to be on there. They can kind of put the word out. So
Yes,
So you can find me on LinkedIn. You can find me on Facebook.
Okay. Yeah, I have a very special young lady helping me with my Instagram because I really don't fool with that. I'm on LinkedIn mostly. So I am so thankful for that. And they can do their thing. We will.
Well, the future of market is all social media marketing. I mean, when we did it, it was a different type of marketing, but now it's all social media. So that's how, you promote your brands, your products, and your events. So yeah, that's why we need the young people. We need them engaging more in these things because they know how to navigate through that.
They sure do. They don't know a world without social media. Well, we know both, but they've grown up in that. So yeah, I'm really glad that you are promoting that and that you are getting youth into the industry. So I just want to thank you so much for being my guest today, and thank you for letting people know a little bit about yourself and about your book and the Dare to Dream experience.
Well, thank you, Michelle. It was very helpful to be able to talk about it, but a pleasure to meet you and to have this opportunity. So thank you.
Thank you. And I just want to let everybody know, if you want to get in touch with me, I'm at winningproof.com. That's my website. You can reach me at winningproof@gmail.com. And I'm on all the social media channels now. Instagram, not doing a whole lot. I'm letting my young lady that's doing that handle that. But I'm on LinkedIn, especially Facebook, at Twitter, here and there. So if you want to get a hold of me, there is no excuse. You can always find me on social media. So thank you, everybody, for watching. And until next time, thank you for watching another episode of Winning Proof Unscripted.
Okay. Thank you, Michelle.